We'll get to Tyreek Hill's return in just a second, but first, Texas high school football. Knox City Greyhounds' Abraham Navarre is throwing it deep. Tyler Delos Rios catching it off the helmet of his Greyhound teammate.
Okay.
Man, that ball traveled a long way in the air. First, I thought we were trying to measure the throw. Then it's off a guy's helmet, and then even better than that, guy scoops it
Man,
for a
that ball
touchdown.
is coming in quite a velocity for it to go that high off the ricochet off the helmet.
Oh, you're right.
That kid's got a rocket arm. Hell of a catch.
All right, next, Washington, D.C., Gonzaga College High School's five-star quarterback Caleb Williams viciously jukes two defenders on his way to a touchdown.
See, you know who's giving him an offer?
Who?
Dabo Swinney in Clemson. Maybe the next quarterback there after Sunshine.
Yeah, you got to put the ball in his outside arm. That's how you get your arm broke carrying the ball.
Oh.
You carry the ball on the inside, then everyone targets that. They put a helmet right on it, and you break it. Maybe Dabo and them will teach him that.
Well, Ohio State made him an offer as well. I'm just being told. Next up,
he got to clean that up.
Indiana high school football. Mishawaka High School's Maddox Bugunya going up top to Jason Johnson.
I'd like to preemptively apologize to these two high school defenders that C's about to roast right here.
I'm more concerned, not the guys running together. I'm just more concerned about who's maintaining the grass. Who's taking care of the grass? Can I get a smoother cut? Look at that. It's too high of a grass. Those type of kids not going to be able to run in that grass. That's that thick Kentucky bluegrass, all right? We need a little more bent grass surface.
Okay.
Let's see.
More.
All right, let's finish out in Pelicans practice, where we're getting our first glimpse of Lonzo Ball to Zion for the insane alley-oop.
Hold on.
Get used to it.
I don't even think this is a good alley. This hits the backboard. That's not a good pass.
He threw it where only the wide receiver could get it. It's a great pass.
I think that's Zion making it look a little better than it was.
Those are the best alley-oops. They aren't the ones that are perfect. They're the ones that are off.
Oh, okay.
And then the creativity of the jumper. That should be a great match, though, Jenna. Lonzo, this guy is perfect for Lonzo's game. Better so than any other player he's played with.
Confirmed.
All right, let's get back to football. Talk some Chiefs. Their offense already quite good, leading the league in most points per game, most passing yards per game, best quarterback in the game. So how do they get better, you ask? How about adding Tyreek Hill? The Pro Bowl wide receiver returned to practice yesterday for the first time since his collarbone injury. And Patrick Mahomes says he and Hill will be on the same page in no time.
I don't think it'll take long at all. I mean, we've worked all off season, and then obviously working in training camp and everything like that. And then having the guys that we have around us, we just kind of rotate guys through and get guys reps. And so I think just having him out there and being able to just pick back up where we left off will be something that'll be easy to do. Having him back, and when he gets back, I mean, we'll be able to utilize him and these other guys to really expand our offense, take it to another level.
See, this is an offense in Kansas City that you'd say, well, they don't need any tweaking, they don't need any additions, they're doing great as is. So what does a guy like Tyreek Hill, what does he add to the Chiefs' offense?
Well, there's still some concerns with Kansas City, and not concerned about their defense on their offense. When you get the lead in games, especially late in the season, how are they going to be able to protect those leads? Are they going to be able to rely on a running game to be able to do it conventionally? What Andy Reid has shown us in the past, he's going to throw the ball to be able to keep the clock moving. He's not going to play the conservative. You get what we call a 4-minute drill. You get the ball with the lead, and you're trying to milk out those last 4 minutes or take 4 minutes off the clock late in the fourth quarter to be able to take that time off the clock so that opposition can't go up and down the field. Typically, teams that throw the ball, as much as Kansas City throws the ball, you don't have a good 4-minute offense. You don't have a way to be able to run the ball to be able to milk out the clock. When Tyreek Hill is there, now I'm not talking about giving him the ball in a run, but as for your running game, he provides things that no other of our elite wide receivers provide. Because you can literally put him in the backfield, and you can put him as a returner. So Andy Reid can script without the ball going through the air. So you got bad conditions. Tyreek Hill is guaranteed to touch the ball at least 10 times. He's going to have 4 to 6 punts a game, and Andy Reid can put him in the backfield 4 or 6 times. So it's harder to key on a player like that than DeAndre Hopkins, than Julio Jones, OBJ. These guys, you know where they're going to be for the most part, and Tyreek Hill is a special player. He's the most explosive player that we have in the NFL. And the way that they utilize him in the offense, I think he's going to come back even better than before. I thought this season was going to be better than last season. He got the injury in week number 1, but seeing this offense and seeing it function at a high level, it also might make him have a little more respect for the offense because they replace some of his productivity because you can't replace all the things that he does, Nick.
So this is not where I was expecting to go with this, but I think you make such a great point. I want to elaborate on it, which is, can the Chiefs get the requisite first downs when they have a lead to where the defense does not have to take the field again? Last year, in the 14-point comeback that the Chargers did on national television, I think it was Monday Night Football, against the Chiefs, where they ended up going for 2 on the final play of the game. What happened in that game was Chargers scored a touchdown to cut it to 7. Chiefs got the ball back. They end up going 3 and out. They cannot get, well, they only need 1 more first down. Cannot get it, and the Chargers get the ball, and all of a sudden the Chiefs lose the game. The only game this year where it has been in the balance, there have been 2 games where it's been in the balance late. One is the Lions game, where the Chiefs actually had to come back. But the other one was the Ravens game, where you had Lamar Jackson rush for a touchdown with 2:01 left. The 2:01's important because of the 2-minute warning aspect. And the Chiefs needed 1 first down to win that football game. Now, they got it via Patrick Mahomes throwing the football because they did not trust their running game to be able to go grind it out on the ground. It was risky because if that goes incomplete, then the Ravens get the ball back down only 5 and you can lose that football game. The ability to grind out the clock by handing it to Tyreek Hill or by the de facto handoffs where he's running across the formation and do that little shovel pass, that counts as a pass, but that's basically a run. That, I think, is an excellent element he adds. So that's on what you're talking about. As far as big picture for the offense, we haven't seen Tyreek Hill in this offense yet. We saw him last year, but Patrick Mahomes is better than last year. Last year, they didn't have McCole Hardman, a Tyreek Hill mini-me version of him. Demarcus Robinson was not the player that he is, and I think Travis Kelce's playing at the highest level he's ever played at. And so when the Chiefs lost Kareem Hunt last year, I said the player on the team that I think they could not afford to lose, other than the quarterback, obviously, is Tyreek Hill because of how much he opens up. Now, they've been fine the first month of the season without him, but he's the most talented player on their offense other than their quarterback. They're 4-0 without him, and to have all that speed, to have he and Hardman and Robinson on the field with Kelce, the problems it's going to present for defensive coordinators, even though they're already #1 in all these categories, it just went up exponentially.
When we talk about the Chiefs, the question becomes, well, who could stop their offense? We thought maybe it was the Baltimore Ravens, and clearly they weren't able to do it. So now you look to the Patriots. Who would have the edge there, especially with Tyreek Hill coming back? It won't be, maybe it'll be this weekend against the Colts. But when you look at the Patriots defense or that Chiefs offense?
Well, I haven't seen the defense. Like, we'd have to go to some of the greatest defenses, and we don't know where the Patriots at the end of the season, where they're going to be. We know they're going to be elite. We know they're going to be in the top 5, but are they in that 1 or 2 spot? Kansas City, right now, there is no defense for what they're doing. They added Shady McCoy to the mix. So you imagine Shady McCoy, Damon Williams in the backfield, Kelce out wide, Sammy Watkins playing at the best level he's played at since he's been there, and then now I bring Tyreek Hill in and I move him in the slot. Who wants to face that? Now, Jamie Collins has played outstanding since coming back over from Cleveland. He was with New England earlier, and I believe that he gives them some variety they didn't have, opposite of Dante Hightower. But both of these guys are 6'4" in the 250 range. They cannot cover the backs of Kansas City. And with Patty Mahomes, which I'm not going to say he's playing the higher level, he's a guy that's just comfortable. He's more comfortable in NFL games because he's seen more defenses and he's had success. So who would want to face that? I would say it's early, very, very premature. But right now, I have to give it to Kansas City because they're trigger guy is the best player that we have in the league.
Well, in Tyreek Hill, against in that particular matchup, I think people remember the playoff game. Well, Belichick does what he does better than any coach in NFL history, which is take away your best option, when Tyreek was held to 1 catch for 42 yards. But Tyreek Hill has played the Patriots in the regular season twice, once with Alex Smith as the quarterback, once with Patrick Mahomes as the quarterback. In those games, he's averaging 7 catches, 140 yards, and scored 2 touchdowns. For both of these teams, this is, I feel like at the end of the day, most Patriots conversations come down to the Chiefs, and most Chiefs conversations come down to the Patriots. They are going to have to be at full strength. If Tyreek Hill had suffered this injury late in the season, going into a Patriot game, that could tilt the balance, even if he wasn't a huge factor in that playoff game. You mentioned Jamie Collins. Dante Hightower is a linebacker who's dealing with an injury. If Dante Hightower is not out there when they play the Kansas City Chiefs, that could tilt the balance. This is, right now, statistically, without question, the best defense and the best offense, and they are the two teams, of course, faced off in overtime of the AFC Championship.
The problem for Belichick right now is, Jenna, those combination coverages, he likes to put the #1 corner, Stephon Gilmore, on the second receiver. Well, who do you put him on? You put him on Sammy Watkins, because right now Kansas City has 3 #1s. Sammy Watkins has proved he can be a #1. Kelsey is the best tight end in football. He's a #1. And we know Tyreek Hill, you got to respect the money in the last 2 seasons, how he's played.
Right.
Unbelievable. He's a #1.
Tyreek Hill back at practice. No word yet on whether he'll play against the Colts this weekend. Coming up, has Todd Gurley finally reached his breaking point? That's next on First Things First.